It has started and begun. Ugh. That was a good crack. Oh, you didn't bring one?
No drink today.
Oh, damn.
I was on the run, man. I didn't want to be here late, so I just skipped the gas station run.
Oh, shit. We should give a sponsor shout out. We should do that.
Go ahead.
This episode is brought to you in part by Subdog Supplements, Zone Smelling Salts, and John Flagg's Rebuild Stronger. Stronger. It'd be cool if we had like an echo, like a reverb thing.
He's getting stronger right now.
He is. He's looking very strong. Love you, John. And all the things that tore me apart, nothing has made me more whole, covering the good, the bad, and the shit that keeps us going. Straight from the head ref's table, I'm your host, Travis Papa Bear Rogers, and you are listening to A Forest Through the Trees, a cave podcast, here with the highest totaling gym goer at the cave, because you're only as good as your last meet, or so they say. Carl, the man, the master.
Reigning champ, huh?
I mean, you've always been number one in my heart, but now you're actually number one in the gym. In total, anyway.
In total.
I'm still Dot's daddy.
Skinny boy legend.
I prefer the term victim weight.
Okay.
Under 200, right? Under 200. So, speaking of victim weight and big totals, we are going to give you some meet recaps from our meet 2 weekends ago now, right? Two weekends ago?
Yep.
And then also catch up on, we were actually at RPS Nationals at the training center last weekend. So that's why we had a bunch of shit to do as soon as we got back. So we skipped a week on the podcast because we suck. So
Needed a break.
Needed a break. But now we have all summer to ruin your ears with swearing and points you probably disagree with. So we are back on it. We are, as the kids would say, locked in.
We locked in.
It's locked in, bro. This is episode 32, 6 of the 3rd season. So let's get on with the meet recap. Where'd we go, Carl?
Do you want to do it like you do squat, I do squat, or do you want to do like you do your full recap now?
We'll go back and forth. I like
Okay.
that. So
All
where'd
right.
we go? Tell them where we went, bro.
Well, we were in, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's the first time they had a APO meet in Virginia.
I believe so.
It's their first time
It's
in
very
that state.
uncommon in our tri-state region.
Yeah, so it was the first APO meet over there in Virginia Beach. It was held at a really cool venue. Chad Dunn was the meet director. He put it on with Southside Barbell at the 17th Street stage and like pavilion area. It's a big outdoor venue looking over the beach and the water. It's not on the sand, so that was pretty sick. You know?
Yeah, it's because we hounded Carl for months leading up to this that we were going to have sand in our briefs and we were going to be unhappy campers. But actually,
We were pretty happy campers.
we lucked out. The weather held out very nice. It was still very sunny. We all got sunburned, all of us.
Yes. Yeah.
Danielle, shout out to her. She looked the worst.
Some worse than
100%.
others, for
Yeah,
sure.
That was borderline sun poisoning. And I had my first experience of getting sunburn on my bald, tattooed head.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, midway through the meet, you're like, dude, spray me. You're
Spray
like,
me, bro.
bend over.
Well, I had a bandana on, so it was like, I swear to God, the black bandana plus the tattoos on my head, it was like a fucking target for the
Yeah,
sun, bro.
it
It was like a kid with a magnifying glass on an ant. Like, they were trying to get me. But, yeah, our first APO meet and probably the first one in the tri-state region. We say tri-state for those of you listening. We're talking about Delaware, Maryland, Virginia over here on East Coast, if you're not familiar with where we are. The DMV, yeah. And that was we had a weigh-in on Saturday. We traveled up Friday, all of us in the truck, me, Rachel, and Carl, because we were all competing together. And then Bo met up with us later on Saturday to complete our 4 members of the cave that were competing at the APO alongside Alex, who also did ABS, which was literally like, what, 2 streets over?
Yeah, it was like down the block, and it was their, what do they call it, the East Coast Classic?
But that was their first ABS meet around here, too.
Yeah, that
correct?
was the first ABS East Coast Classic.
Yeah, a lot of firsts for the powerlifting and the DMV this weekend.
Dude,
so that's pretty cool. I didn't think about that.
It was a very busy weekend for that beach. Like we
they had the strongman competition going on.
So we got down, like you said, we drove down there on Friday. We like did our, you did your weight cuts. We chilled out for the night. Friday and Saturday, there was like a pro strongman league going on the beach. So I got a glimpse of that between both days. They had like the steel wood cutting chainsaw championships going on.
Yeah, that's some
there.
random stuff. And they had the BMX and skateboarding going on,
they
too.
had the, what was that called? Do you remember?
I don't, but there was like literally vert ramps on the beach.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like how they used to have Dew Tour set up in Ocean City.
Yeah.
But over there.
Straight X Games mode.
It was sick. It was sick. Yeah. There was like dudes tightrope walking between buildings, and like there's a
lot of shit going on.
There was a skydiving event.
Yeah. Gotta watch somebody eat shit coming down on the sky.
Oh yeah.
It's not very kind landing.
No. Into the soft sand though.
Yeah, so he did not stick it. But Friday, like Carl said, this was my first one back in probably 4 years for 198. So I did do a small weight cut. I uploaded a picture that made its rounds. It got quite a few.
Sure did.
Quite a few Instagram likes.
How many?
I don't know. It was a lot. More than normal for me as a washed up powerlifter.
Okay.
All right. Just because one of them's me like cut at like 205, which is like my walking weight. One of me ballooned the fuck out from water bloating and sodium manipulation on Thursday at like 214, and then another one at me Friday morning looking shred diesel after I stripped all the water weight and sodium at 196.9 was my official weigh-in. And what was your official weigh-in, Carl?
Light. I was like 216.
You thought you were gonna be heavier too, didn't you? You thought you were like 218.
I did, but I did, restrict my water that day before, so that probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty on par description when I said you looked like one of those baby pit bulls when like they drink like a lot of milk or something like that and their belly's huge and puffed out.
Yeah, I had the very distended belly. Like I was not very comfortable. I was not having a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
But it's part of the game if you want to know what you're doing. And as always, if you would like to learn how to water and sodium manipulate leading into a meet, you need at least a week to do it. Generally, if you're doing it correctly and safest way possible, as to not sauna or hot tub or what have you at the end of it. The water and sodium part of it is crucial rather than just being like, hey, I'm heavy, I'm going to try to sauna for like 4 hours, which is never a great thing for your health. So don't do that.
What was your cut like once you got to the weigh-ins or the Airbnb?
When we pulled up at the Airbnb, I was probably because I stay the heaviest I can for the longest duration possible. So I still ate breakfast that day. It was no carbs, but I still ate. So it was no carbs. I was allowed 6 ounces of black coffee and about 8 ounces of water. So it was like, 14 ounces of total liquid that had to be done by about 1 o'clock. Right. Black coffee always jumpstart the pee-pee. If you still got some left, which you should if you've done the water and sodium manipulation. I was still peeing and I was still clear, so I was not at the brown rope, hey, help, my kidneys are shutting down.
Yeah.
Inside functions and no-go, which is scary. So again,
terrifying.
Even as we're joking and talking about this, and like I said, I have written articles. They are available for you to read on Elite FTS. Please do this at your own discretion. It's never advised. And for dear God, if you're doing a state level meet or something like that, do not fucking cut weight. Like, this is for like invites. This is for like top 10. This is for like world records. Like, don't fuck around and just cut weight to cut weight because you're dumb.
Yeah.
Also, if you're chubby, no offense, not body shaming. If you're chubby, you do not lose the last 3 pounds like someone who is very muscular loses the last 3 pounds. Think about muscles like a sponge. You can wring them out. Fat cells, we ain't doing that shit. So you're going to hit a wall and you're going to be like, holy shit, I feel like this is not going to come off, and you are not going to have a good time if you keep pushing on trying to make that weight.
Were you stressing that morning of after we got up and you were still like a 99?
No. I had a feeling I was going to do one more round.
Yeah.
And I actually, remember when I stepped on the scale in the morning, the scale, because of the tile, one was saying 199 and one was saying 197, and I was like, fuck. Like, I'm either a pound under or a pound over, and I was like, I'm not going to drive up with you to 17th Street and fucking be like, oh, you got to reweigh yourself at 4. Like, so I went in for another 20 minutes just to play it safe, and it was fine. And all 3 sauna rounds were super easy. I use an infrared sauna tent. I think I went 40 minutes both times and then a 20-minute in the morning.
Yeah, I was surprised how well you handled it, because I've been around before where you're like, yo, stick around me and, just make sure I don't
pass out. Where I feel like more delirious and
yeah.
stuff. No, man, I've in my old age, I've really wised up. No, I did really, really well with my sodium manipulation and stuff and water intake. So, like, I was right where I needed to be, where I didn't feel loopy or anything like the whole time.
Good.
Now, I will say this is the first time I've had insomnia.
Yeah.
Usually I can take a Tylenol PM and I bring those just in case to make me
Right.
sleep so I can sleep off the rest of the water. Dude, I did literally not sleep a fucking wink.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
At all.
wild.
Like, at all, dude.
I'm surprised how well you did the.
And I took
second
2
day.
Tylenol PM and I still couldn't go to sleep. Like, dude, I could not fall asleep. So yeah, I mean, that kind of put up against me. I'm happy with my performance regardless. So yeah, I did the 20-minute and then we went to the sauna, weighed in. I will say, and I want to be honest on this podcast. I like to be honest.
Be honest, dude. Be
I'm an
honest.
honest guy. I will say, check-ins and registrations was pretty unorganized.
It needed some help. I think it being the first year doing this, like there's gonna be some things they gotta have worked out.
Yeah. They definitely needed more on-staff crew for the weigh-ins and the registrations. Like, they were stripped down to like what 1 and 1, and then the other guys were outside trying to get the monolift out of the trailer.
Yeah, it was like one person handling the check-in process of who you
And
are.
you got to remember, other people would cut weight too. So we had a line of like probably 20 people and one person checking them in.
Yeah, we got there a little early and we were the first ones there. But by the time everybody was going and people were getting weighed,
We didn't get the first weigh-in. I was the very first weigh-in because I was the first one in line. We got there probably like 8:25. Weigh-ins at 9. The first weigh-in didn't happen until probably like what, like 9:10, 9.
Yeah, around
9:12.
there,
Yeah,
roundabouts.
it was a little bit past, but did that. Went outside, got our rack heights and stuff in the mono. They were pulling off the trailer, and then we're good to go.
We had a few surprises, I will say, as far as the bars go.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, go ahead and tell them about that.
All APO meets that I've seen have been on the 30-kilo squat bars. Generally, you get more equipped guys. They want like the denser bars. But this one, we were informed right then and there when we were doing the weigh-ins that we're using a 25-kilo Texas squat. So we're like, well, shit, that's gonna
Not
happen.
that me and Carl care about that, but it's like we would have trained on a Texas
Yeah.
squat the whole time.
It
here
had
at
a
the
little,
cave.
little bit more whip than the regular bar we use, but like it's something we've done before.
Yeah, because I mean, we trained on our big
Yeah.
bar the whole time in order to prepare for that, and then when we got there, we were like, oh,
Well, shit. Damn
well,
it.
shit. Well, shit.
The bench bar was still the same though. It's still
Yeah,
like,
bench bar was still the same. The monolift was a self-fabricated.
They said something. It was a. No, I think it was.
It was self-fabricated.
Yeah.
So it didn't have a brand or anything. And we got them to agree we could set the hooks. What were we both 4 fingers out?
4 fingers from the middle.
So
like-
it reminded me a lot of like the Texas Power Systems mono, where like if you went all the way in, it would clip your biceps on wide gripped lifters. So
Yeah.
it would clip me and Carl's biceps on the pick, not a little bit either, by like a lot enough
would-
to shift the bar when you were picking it. So we're like, hey man, like this is really gonna mess us up. Like
I will
it's
say-
gonna cause like somebody to drop a bar.
Chad was on it. Come meet day when we were up there. Like I saw he was up there handling, making sure the monolift was in the right.
Yeah,
spot.
he
Like,
was. And, I
without
mean,
even us telling, he like remembered like, oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
gotta get this like the right
because
way.
we had written them down and both agreed too. Like, and we told Matt and some of the guys that were with us on the stage on the platform, we're like, hey, like make sure you check and call this out because like that's kind of like a weird request. Not a
Yes.
real request, but it's one that would have kept us safe.
Something off of the ordinary. So like,
Yeah.
if, in the flow
Yeah.
of things when you're doing a meet up there, I mean, I've spotted loaded plenty of meets. I know like, if it's something out of the ordinary, it can be missed. So it's good to. It's nice when you see that that's noticed and picked up on when you're in it.
Yeah, definitely the respect and like, the hospitality was very nice from Chad. So we really appreciate him doing that. It was good seeing him again. I've known Chad for many years now, especially like before when I was a raw lifter. I think one of the big things too is we were very nervous about the benches.
Yeah, dude.
The benches were very slick.
They were Hansu's.
Yeah, not a fan of the Hansu benches at all. The pads were very slick, so when you try to dig your back in and set an arch in your shirt and then pull in, you would slide like a foot back. It was very easy to move. So that was a little worrisome because we had that same problem on Bobby's Texas ones, right?
That was the ER Rex.
No, yeah, right. It wasn't Texas. It was the ER. Yeah, not a big fan of the ER racks either. They feel so rinky-dink.
Classics, but like
Yeah.
definitely in the
Because
past.
we were under the impression they were using the Southside barbell benches, which are
Well,
elite
yeah.
elite FTS like I have here.
Yeah.
So we were thinking we're going to be on the the heavy duties, the tanks, bro.
Plus, they got cool color schemes over there.
Yeah.
They got,
So
like,
we
the
thought
red
that,
and
but
green,
it ended up working out.
purple and greens.
Luckily, me and Carl are two peas in a pod, so we were the same arm width, the same rack height on squat, and then the same lift off and face saver height for bench.
Yeah,
so,
everything was.
And me and him were literally one after the other in every flight.
Yeah, except for
in
bench.
every equipment. Yeah. Well, deads it didn't matter.
Well, yeah, it does.
Because it didn't matter. They don't have to set anything. But it was nice because, you know, like if we checked it off for one, like they would just adjust the weight if they had to, because we took some of the same attempts too. So it was like, you know, that probably helped a little bit.
It was a very
too.
equal day for us.
Yeah. It helped a lot. Because it made sense when we were warming up too. It was very nice.
Yeah. So like that went through our weigh-in, check-in process. What did we do after that? We went out for some nice breakfast.
I had to.
Luckily, there was a spot right next to us. Like,
there
right
was. What was it? It was
the log cabin.
Log cabin pancakes or waffles? I think it was waffles, right?
Waffle House.
Pretty good. It was like, dude, it was cheap too. Only like $20 all you can eat.
It's like $18 for a full buffet of whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got really lucky because they had watermelon.
Yeah.
Sliced watermelon. So I was like, bro, citrulline, get this water back.
That's
like
right.
I was hydrating
Pack
on it. So I had orange juice and water to drink. I always do orange juice for a refeed. But I did the Travis Rogers thing when I refeed. I did the thing.
It was impressive.
Yeah, it was like four full like stacked plates of food.
It was like 4 full breakfasts to like a regular person.
Yeah.
I saw him put down in maybe like a
and
half hour.
when I went back for the fourth one, I told Rob, I was like, hey man, I'm just gonna go back for like a small one. And Carl laughed because he knew it wouldn't be small. And of course, when I came back, he was like, bro, that's
full size plate.
That's not a small plate. That's another breakfast.
Yeah. It was a great breakfast though.
It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Especially for being so close to.
So they have like mini waffles. I ate a shitload. I probably had 6 or 7 fried eggs. Bacon. They had the sausage patties. They had watermelon. We had biscuits and gravy. They had the. I was super stoked because I usually like to go to Cracker Barrel with everybody, but they had the apple fixins, like the apple fixins for the top of your biscuits.
I had plenty of that too.
I fuck with that. So we had a lot of good stuff.
No, it was cool. There's a bunch of us that went. I mean, like all of us that were like competing, including Rob and his girlfriend. Were with us. So.
Yeah, and then Bo and his wife met us there
family,
too. And his kids. And then we took a walk. We walked on the boardwalk and went all the way down to the BMX and back.
Saw the cool shit that was going on. Yeah. Walked off some of got some digestion going.
Yeah.
It's always good to take some steps.
I was hurting a little bit. I was a little full.
I bet.
I was a little full.
We walked probably like a mile.
We walked pretty far.
We get back to the Airbnb after that, kind of just get the rest of our plans going. We stopped by and saw the ABS meet that was going on. Mm-hmm. That venue was a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Dude, that warm-up room, tight, son.
Yeah. It was just like in a hotel, a regular hotel meet. But the venue itself was like a long venue, but like slender, little tight for that volume of people for packed
sure.
Packed heads for sure.
It was packed. It was shoulder to shoulder. Shout out though, I did get to see a lot of old friends from my Raw days that day. I got to see an old lifter I used to coach too from across the water. So that was super cool, and I saw some friendly faces. I got to talk to Jaffe, and I got to talk to Landry. I got to talk to a bunch of people that I hadn't seen. Rob was there. He was handling Rudy.
Yeah.
So, and then of course like Delco was back there, and like a bunch of people I hadn't seen in a while. So it was super cool just to say hi to everybody and get to see them do their thing for a little bit before we went back, and I got to eat some more, which I did.
I think it's really cool to be like, I mean, if there's another event going on with like a lot of notable people in the sport, I'm gonna go see it, even though it's like a chill kind of like we're just supposed to be eating kind of day.
Right.
I'm not gonna not show up to an event like that, just because like I met a lot of people there that I typically wouldn't have the chance to talk to.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
I like powerlifting. Carlos obviously just in it for the popularity.
Yeah, totally.
He's just trying to put his FaceTime in.
All those followers I have. So
yeah, Carl's like an influencer.
Yeah, I influence maybe myself sometimes.
Me in putting bad decisions in a program. You influence me directly.
Yeah. We went out to dinner that night for some hibachi.
Where did we go for lunch? Did we go anywhere for lunch?
I think what did we do? I think we just snacked and chilled at the Airbnb.
Did we? I know I fucking ate all day, bro.
Yeah, dude, you were chilling on the couch watching.
I went through a half
Spider
bag.
Noir.
Yeah, Spider Noir. I went through a half bag of pretzels. I went through
some
like
Uncrustables,
some Mighty
oats
Muffins.
or whatever.
Yeah, I was getting it in.
You were
man.
getting it in.
I was on like my third Pedialyte.
I stayed true to what I was talking about before, where I was like, all right, I can't like overdo it this time, because like I don't eat as much as you, but whenever I did try to keep up with that,
you're miserable.
I was miserable, and I was like extra so incredibly bloated the next day. It was not fun, and it made everything harder than it had to be.
Yeah.
So I kept at a normal eating pace the whole day because I weighed in at a normal weight anyway. Why change anything?
Yeah. Control your variables is the number one rule.
And then we got some hibachi at the end. We met up with Anthony.
Yep.
That man was busy.
Yeah.
He landed a flight and then drove out to see us pretty much as soon as he got into his hotel. So props to him for
that was fun.
That was awesome.
Because we've been podcast internet friends for a very long time. Me longer than Carl and Anthony, but now me finally getting to meet Anthony face to face, and he was one of the judges. The next day on the APO platform, along with the APO president, Wayne.
Yeah, we got to meet Wayne. We got to mention that.
Wayne
for sure.
was super nice, dude. I really like Wayne. He's very down to earth, and it's super cool to meet somebody that high up in a federation who's like a lifter.
Also, like he's showing up to be around it. Like it's the first one they held down there, so I'm sure.
Yeah. Like I mean, he was about it, and I love that about him. Like he was super cool, very easy to talk to. Really nice guy. Yeah. Really, really nice guy. Can't say more positive things about him, but
I'll talk about it later, but real quick, at the very end of the meet, I pulled the last deadlift, and I go up, shake hands, as you do, and he was like, "What's the total?" And I was in no place to do math at that point. I was like fumbling over my words. Like,
it's fine. I don't know. It was a good one for me. I don't know.
I just thought that was funny.
That is funny. But I will say a few quick things about dinner, man. It's so surreal talking to Anthony, because it's like with some of our life experiences and things and the way we both talk about powerlifting, it's really like looking in a mirror, dude. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And like I know like other people have noticed that, like when me and him were together, like dude, it's like talking to your reflection. Mm-hmm. Like, and not in like a weird way. It's just like, I think a lot of people don't have all those things happen to them. So it's like nice to kind of talk to someone who understands on that level and actually has like been through that shit. And of course, I felt for him because we had to put him on the end because he was heeble hobbling around with his knee.
Yeah.
Going through it. And I was like, man, I remember those days, dude. It was rough. But it's really weird the parallels between, Anthony and Roman, and then me and Carl, both with like senseis and their apprentices. So like I don't know, it's very cool to like get to talk to those guys and stuff. I was bummed we didn't get to see Roman last weekend at Nationals.
Yeah. He's dealing with some, I guess what do you say, his spleen.
Yeah. I mean,
he couldn't make it
like,
out.
It's like some important stuff.
It's probably some medical things he's got to get taken care of. Yeah. Mad props to him though. He's still training.
He is. Wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, then I actually slept that night, I think. But yeah, we all went to bed pretty early. What did we go to bed at, like 9:30?
I surprised you like both nights. You're like still.
Yeah, I'm wide awake, and I'm still eating, and Carl's like, I'm going to bed. And I'm like, dude, what fucking time is it?
Fucking 9:30, man. It's bedtime.
Yeah,
we gotta be ready tomorrow.
I'm like, bro, I can't force myself to go to sleep that early.
I may not be good on my nutrition, but I'm on it for my.
You're on it for your sleep, man. You got that. You got that for sure. So next day we woke up early, packed up the car. We did not go back to the Airbnb, so we drove home right after the meet, which was rough.
Yeah,
that was rough.
Yeah, that was a decision we made.
that was a choice. But yeah, so we had to have all our shit not only ready to go for the day for the meet, but we had to have all our stuff out of the Airbnb and packed up, ready to go. So we did all that, and then we got to the meet. The warm-up room was actually in a tent outside, very similar to how they did on the blacktop for American Pro 3.
Yeah, it was like kind of like within the crowd, but like off to the side.
Yeah, and it was on grass. Now, at first, the day before,
I was so nervous.
I was very nervous. I was like, well, anything you pick above like 400 pounds is going to shift. So they did have like a bunch of wooden platforms and reinforcements down the next day for the monoliths and stuff. And actually didn't end up being bad at all.
No, I have no complaints really.
Yeah. Like I noticed like a slight sink once we got around like 600.
Yeah, I say once like our last.
But like nothing that like I was like, oh my god, it's gonna throw me off for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I definitely felt more whip on the warm up or more like shift in the warm up squats than I did on the platform because obviously like the texture of the ground's different. So
the movement pattern is gonna be a little more difficult because you already have the movement of you, and now you have the sinking of an actual platform.
And we all know I move a little bit. You know,
yeah,
I'm a little shifty.
I heard you're strong, but I heard your balance is shit.
Yeah, we have seen.
We have seen. So should we talk about the meat?
Yeah. Get into the events. Yeah, I guess like the meat and potatoes of it.
All right. Well, you have to go first because you squat first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, what do we do for warm-ups? Let's talk about our warm-ups real quick.
Warm-ups went well.
Hey, I will give us both credit. We did our timings for flights very well.
Yeah.
We were on point with that shit.
I was also doubling back and forth like, oh, I got to go see Rachel squat, and then I got to go back.
Yeah. There was a couple times I was like, Carl, I know she's the woman of your dreams, but bro, like, get the fuck over here.
She killed it. I'm going to talk about her too.
Sure,
after
go.
this.
Oh, after it?
Okay. After we get through it. Just like, she was warming. When she was on the platform, we were warming up. It was pound plates in the warm-up room. So
yes.
We took like what bar, plate, 3, 5, 600 some, and then 700 some.
Yeah.
So it was 5 warm-ups.
5 warm-ups total. Because you were gonna take a in-betweener.
I was gonna take.
And then you took the same jump as me, which was 725 to 800.
Yes. Yeah, I did that because like the gear.
You just had to feel it, bro.
No, it wasn't like that. I think sitting in the sun, the gear felt a little bit tighter. And I don't know. I don't know if it was the right choice. I mean, it worked out fine. Maybe I should have done the opposite of what I actually did because it was tighter. But once I had I took like the 600 some with briefs and wraps on, and that boogied. Depth was fine. I felt like I was all good. Usually that's like one where I can tell how things are going to go. And we put the full suit on. It was tough taking the first one in full kit. Usually is. That's like
it's the adjustment.
That's an uncomfortable jump, especially with all the extra equipment you're gonna put on for that. So I just said, screw it. I want to take one of these, be done with it, go up on the platform, and get my opener.
I will say, and I didn't vocalize this out loud. Warm-ups felt heavier to me than they normally did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't make it look like it.
I know, and that's why when my opener was like, remember I told you I was like, dude, I felt like they misloaded the bar.
Yeah.
It was like, I like blasted my opener, and I was like, that's the fastest that's moved, period. Like, even in training.
Yeah, it was very quick. I was very impressed.
Because everyone's like, what the fuck?
You're very strong.
No, I just was not expecting that after warm-ups, because when we put my straps up, I was like, all right, this might be a dogfight today.
Yeah. That's just how the first one is with straps. It's always
So we both took 805 for our opener, correct?
Yeah.
So Carl was first. I was surprised. I thought I would be first because I thought they were going to organize it by. I was in the 198 division. He was in the 220, but we were both the last 2 lifters of the flight. So I thought for sure they would do lightest weight, take it, and then remain for the same weight, obviously, for 805 back to back, and then have the heavier weight take it.
Yeah.
But they did not. They had me at the end.
So, I will talk about the squat. I got one more thing. I'm sorry. There's so much that happened that day. We are walking up. We take our last warm up, and the announcer. He was a great announcer. He was talking to the mic the whole time, like going over people's attempts, what they're taking, just as you do. And we're walking up. We're like on the back side of the stage before you go up the ramp, and he says something like, there's sharks in the water, but there's monsters up here on the stage. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like I'm walking up to them here.
Oh, is that us?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that gets me going. I'm like, I'm here for it now.
Man, I wish I heard shit like that. I'm such a different lifter at meets than I used to be. I used to have headphones on, like fucking super aggressive, like. And now I'm just like fucking around the whole time.
You're skipping and having
I'm
a good
fucking
time.
around. Me and Matt are like poking each other and giggling, like we're just fucking around.
So I mean that was cool listening to that going up. Like, all right, here we go. It's go time. Like we're doing the thing. 805 you said that, or 804, 805, whatever it was. I get up there. I pick the pick was like a little bit whip at the top, but nothing I wasn't expecting with the bar difference. and how I felt in the warm-up room with like less weight, I definitely knew that one was gonna have a little bit of whip to it. Got the squat command, go ahead down. Hear my 3, 2, 1. Matt's calling for me as he always does. I hear 1, wait like that half second after he says 1, and then I try to get out after that. I don't hit a dip, but I always wait like another half second. It's probably like less than that, but it feels like longer. Get out. It was pretty quick. Get my rack command, put it back in, look to the side, 3 whites. I was pretty stoked on that, so I knew I was in the meet. That's always like where my nerves are like the highest.
Yeah.
It's the very beginning of the meet, so you want to get like the first one good to start off with a good foot forward. So it was very pleasant to see.
Now, I will say yours did move good, and you got 3 whites, but that was the one where you had stayed in wraps way too long.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
You wrapped way too early, and I have my wraps on with my legs stretched out, ready to self wrap, and I'm watching Carl, he's already got both legs on, and I'm right behind him. I'm like, oh no, buddy,
dude,
I can't help you now, bro.
Yeah, I was not on it with my wrap timing that day. I had several times where I'm like, well, I'm here. I'm not gonna re-wrap and waste energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sat in my wraps for like an extra minute and a half maybe, and afterwards I got them off. It was no problem really, but for the time sitting there, I was like, yeah, I definitely screwed up.
Yeah, because I remember you came off and I was like, you should not put them on that really. Because I don't even think I even started wrapping my knees until they were like just about to call your name for the weight loaded.
I saw you like start one leg when I was walking up. Yeah.
I'm also a fast wrapper.
Yeah.
I'm very fast self wrapper, so like I knew what I was doing as far as wait time goes, because I know I'm bad if I'm in wrap. I can't wait it out. Like I'm a good wrap squatter, but like. And I'm good at sitting in them, but it does affect my squat speed if I sit in them for a very long time. So I was trying to be super mindful of that. And obviously I timed it right because that was the fastest I've smoked 805 this whole training cycle.
It was crazy to watch. I mean, I was like off to the side, kind of like out of it still, waiting to the come down after the first squat. But I did see like the weight shoot up afterwards, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell was that?
That was good. And I actually got a red light.
Yeah.
I had 2-1 on the first one, which is very unlike me. I don't usually get called. Maybe I favored a hip that day or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's your stance, dude.
Yeah, that is true. So actually, Anthony said something to me about it the next day, just because a lot of multiply judges aren't looking. They're surprised to see such a narrow squat for a multiply lifter.
Yeah.
But Anthony said a comment. He said, when I watch you on Instagram, you always look so far forward in your squat. But then he said, as a side judge, when he sat on the side watching me, it looked really good.
Yeah.
But he was like, but from a video angle, like we train in the gym on Instagram, he said, it always looks like you're so prominently forward. But like in a side judge's chair, he's like, you stay very like balanced.
So that would like, you think that would cause one to be like,
possibly.
It's just like a little illusion,
Maybe,
so.
possibly. I mean, but, gotta do what I gotta do.
Which
was fine because I fucking buried the next one, so it was fine. I dunked that.
You were like, I gotta.
Well, Wayne said something to me. He goes, do you do the little dip thing? And I said, no. He goes, you might wanna. And I was like, oh, fuck, all right. I was like, so I just dunked that bitch on the second one.
Yeah.
So we both went up to,
okay. You put in your planned 43.
Yeah, I put in my plan 43.
I planned for 54, but I was like,
my heaviest platform at 220 plus was...
You can say 242.
I mean, but it's barely 242. I rechecked that. It was only 230. It wasn't 233.
Oh, jeez.
That was my heaviest walking weight I got to. Was 838. So this is the kilo jump above it.
Yeah.
So I went 843 because I was like, hey, I want to see how I feel. At least I hit a PR I know I'm going to get for a platform PR at 2 weight classes down, which was like my big thing because I wanted,
pretty good.
Well into a 4 times body weight squat.
It's pretty good.
Pretty solid. I took mine. I took a PR on the second one. Definitely felt a little heavier, but dude, for how shitty my picks were all prep, that was, again, the best they've been. Like, I did well under pressure that day for squats.
You only got to be good one day.
Yeah. Carl had told me that all the time during prep. He was like, you're good, just not right now. You just got to be good that day. So, yeah, that actually went really, really well. It actually moved really good. I probably definitely could have taken another one, but like I was super worried about bench. Obviously, we talked about bench a little bit on our last podcast about how shitty the prep files had been for the switching of the shirts, my bad arm giving me some hell. So I was like, I wanted to save as much energy as possible for that. And honestly, smoking that PR at that much lighter body weight meant a lot to me. And I was like, cool. So I saved energy and scratch so I could just chill and watch Carl.
Yeah, as the mature powerlifter you are.
Try to be. My rule is, why do what you can do in 9 if you can do it in 5?
That's right.
So what happened with you?
Well, mine was still before you, so you got to watch this one before you went up. I put in, after my opener, I planned on 854 because that's what I took for 2 singles as my top weight in prep. But the opener didn't move quite to like what I wanted it to. Even though it's still quick, it wasn't as fast as I have moved it before. So I was like, all right, let me just take the one jump below. I'll go 48, which is something I also took in prep. I handle around those numbers 3 or 4 times.
You took 5 pounds above me. That's why.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So I put in. I know. I put in. I talked to him. I put in 48. But on the lifting cast, when we're looking at the numbers, it was put in as the kilo below it at 43.
The same weight as me. That's right. That's what happened.
So I was like, Rob, can you go up there and ask them if they can put that in? Because I know I told them 48. And they're like, I'm sorry, it's already in there like this. And I said, screw it. It's okay. It's no big deal. I mean, it's still a PR squat. It's right around where I want anyway. And I'm not here for that weight. I wanted to go one heavier anyway.
Right.
So that was my reasoning. It wasn't going to bother me. I wasn't going to let it bother me. I go up and, weights loaded. I wrap my knees a little bit better that time. A little bit better. I still waited for like another 30 seconds extra than I should have. But
yeah.
I pick the bar. Pick felt fine. And this is where it comes into like what I saw during like training. I get like, these squats are like taking me out. Like it's getting darker. You know what I mean? Like the walls are closing in when I get these heavier weights, and as I'm going down, it's fading. I'm getting close, and I was like, man, I could like take this down like I knew it was like Matt called 2, and I was like, all right, it's pretty dark right now. I could get out now, and I might be able to get it if I get a gift. You know what I mean? Because sometimes those happen, or I take it down and have the chance of losing it and maybe hurting somebody. Because I got 8+ on my back. So I took the chance. I got out early, racked it, and I shook my head. I immediately knew that it was going to be bad. I look over, and I had reds. So I was like, all right, missed that one. Whatever. That's not what I wanted, but I'm here.
Now, I will say this is part of the meet where it lit a little fire because I think there was a small chance there was like, this little motherfucker is gonna out squat me today.
Yeah, that was definitely there. Yeah. I after seeing your opener and then I missed that one. I'm like, fuck, dude, damn it.
Yeah, because you had me in squats all prep.
So whatever, we're rolling with it. I go up to the table. I was like, repeat, put it back in. I want to secure it. So I knew with like how my vision was going at that weight. If I put more on, it's not gonna help it any. So I might as well just like take the chance of taking this one again and put it like a 2 inches lower or whatever it was, and then get out with it because I know I could squat it. Like it moved.
Right.
It moved really well. I did like as soon as I got out and I was shaking my head, I was looking to the side judges and I gave them like the lower symbol. Like, do I have to? Is that what I need? And like they're like doing this to me. I was like, all right, it's fine. I could do that. So I put in just the repeat and I go back, sit down, and watch this guy blister it. So that was fun to watch.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's like, all right, he did it. Well, I can't not do it. Rotation went back through. It came back up. We were wearing sunglasses the whole time because like the sun is sitting right over top of us.
Which is a benefit for me because I'm used to it.
Yeah, you're used to it.
I'm used to being in sunglasses all the fucking time.
I was fogging those things up, dude.
Yeah. See, I don't even pay attention to it anymore.
I was fogging them up, so I took them off for my last one. I was like, I can't. I need not as many things blurring my vision right now. So.
Now I will say too, in case you don't talk about it, this one we had some issues when they were taking a really long time to load your bar.
Yeah, there was like a something with the computer, I think. just like didn't switch over.
So again, there was another time where Carl had wrapped his knees. Well, no, because even remember on my second, I had to unwrap one of my knees.
You did,
and wait, because I was doing that
That's
too.
right.
Because I had unwrapped my left knee because they were all of a sudden slowed down and they were talking in the monolift.
I think that's what it was. Like the guy before me was walking, so I was like, all right, here we go. I'm rapping. I get both my legs done, and then I look up and they're still watching.
They're
around.
like fucking
the
around
bar
on
is
the
still
computer.
loaded from the last guy.
Yeah, so they hadn't even started the bar yet.
And I'm like, well,
geez.
shit, I'm standing here.
Yeah.
And then we go through it all. So third squats come around. You're done. You got yours and walked.
I'm big cheesing. I'm chilling.
I was like, kind of happy, but also kind of like, damn, I thought he was gonna take more. It was like duality. I was like, okay.
We had the original plan for this was, this is your qualifier. Go get qualified.
Yeah, totally.
So, I had a plan.
Yeah. I took my repeat. I just fixed whatever I did wrong in the last one.
Yeah.
You know,
and you got it, no problem.
Pick was the same. I listened for my calls. I get a 3, 2, 1. Wait that half second. Get out. Rack it. Look to the side. 3 white lights. Woohoo! I got a.
It's a big PR for you.
33-pound meat PR. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
Taking a 33-pound meat PR as a second is kind of ballsy, but.
Yeah.
We had the.
All right, we had data to back it in training. Though,
yeah, we did.
I am a big data's guy. Like if the numbers make sense in training, they can make sense on the platform. We don't do fucking miracle numbers though over here.
Especially getting stapled by like 10 pounds less than that at my last meet.
Yeah.
I was super stoked to walk out with that.
All right, let's move on to bench.
Yeah.
So bench warm-ups. We had a bunch of people helping. My buddy Brad that I coach came down and helped us out with that. He was holding some 2 boards and stuff for us. Shout out Brad.
Yeah.
Who's all going to be competing, not this weekend, but next weekend at King of the Cave.
Yes.
Brad will be here. Kevin will be here. There's a bunch of guys I coach that are going to be competing here while me and Carl also coach and jump in for 5-man squat spots.
Yeah, whenever they need to.
Yeah.
We'll have a busy weekend coming up.
We will. But I'm glad we have a chill one this weekend because your boy wants to pet a dog and sleep.
He's cooked.
Yeah, I'd be cooked. So bench warm-ups actually went really good. Surprisingly, my shirt fit pretty decent. It was a little tighter. I know Carl's shirt felt tighter that day.
You saw it. You saw what I was looking like.
Yeah. His warm-ups looked a little meh just because the shirt looked a little tighter. Like he was struggling to get to a board a little more than usual. So I was like, But I knew bench was going to be shit from the moment. I mean, I knew bench was shit going into this meet. So, like, my whole thing was, like, I wasn't going to shoot for the moon. I was going to get the opener. And if I had more after that, I'd go for it. And if it felt like I didn't or shit was bothering me, I was just going to shut it down. Just take what I needed to get for the qualifying total because I knew I could make up for the rest of it on deadlifts.
Yeah.
So my opener was drastically lower than anything I've ever taken in multiply before. My best multiply bench is 640, and I opened with 474.
Yeah, something like that.
474. So huge shot to my ego there. Like, not even opening up with a 500-pound bench, which was very uncommon for me. So that was kind of sad. But got the bench. Didn't do bad with that. I felt like I was a little quick on my calls. Like I should have been listening a little better. I was fine, but I had to, of course, show the judge's medical exemption for my one arm that does not lock out all the way. It's -3 degrees, where I had my tricep redone and stuff, and it happens to be the same side as my pec. So I, of course, even had a judge. He stuck his hand in my armpit the day before. It was like, oh fuck, that's like completely gone. I'm like, yeah, dude, one titty wonder over here.
I don't know if I told you. I may have, but I definitely, like, after you were off, I was like, yo, listen for your calls, man. I think you jumped it a little bit on that press command.
Yeah. I was a little quick on my press command, which is weird because when you watch the video, it's very like,
right.
It's pretty paused.
Yeah.
So, either way, it was a pretty decent bench for me, especially with the way prep was going. I will say the very problem was, well, when I locked out at the top and I got the rack command, one of the side spots picked the bar up, the other one did not. So when they pulled me in, it was like an airplane going down, and one side went under the J cup, which made me shit my pants a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Which really made us shit our pants because later on, a guy had dropped a what was it, 6 something?
It was 6 on the dot.
6 something on his fucking throat.
Yeah.
Like all on his throat. He's okay, but like, bro, like all the way down, like cracked him right in the chest and throat.
Yeah, it was gnarly to see.
Yeah. Which in defense, like, you do get to set your own safe face saver height and check it, so he should have been a little more diligent about that.
Yeah, true. It falls on the lifter at that point.
It does. I mean, you check your own shit. Like I roll mine back and check every time that it's not gonna fucking break my
I had
nose.
you like double and triple check.
Yeah. Like yeah. I don't fuck around with that. Especially as accident prone as I am.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I got my opener.
And what'd you put in?
I put in for 490.
Like a bonus bench.
A 490 bonus bench. It wasn't there. The speed and stuff was great, but my left arm just wouldn't stay locked out at the top. Like I'd go up, lock it all the way, and it immediately would start drifting. So I didn't get a rack command, unfortunately. So I just scratched my 30, knew I could make it up on deadlifts, and I'd leave all the benching glory to Carl.
He is in the meat. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So you talk about your bench because mine was rather lackluster, but keep in mind our time limit.
Okay. So bench comes around. Warm-ups are great for me raw. And as soon as I put the shirt on, I'm like, oh, this thing's tight. It was sitting in the sun. Same as the fucking squat suits were. I take like my normal 3-board, 2-board, and then 1-board.
I don't think it was the sun, motherfucker. I think it was all the food we ate the day before.
Okay. I mean, the shirt was hot. I felt like the shirt being
Bro,
hot.
it's not but it wasn't damp and then in the sun. It was just in the sun. It's not a fucking raisin. It doesn't dry up and shrivel. Bitch, it's a piece of cloth. You're acting like it's an organic living...
Let's conduct some tests. You know?
Oh, my God.
So, okay. Shirt is tight for an unknown reason. Let's say that. I take a 1-board, like 20 pounds below my opener, and I'm getting down and I'm hearing seams like stretch and pull, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like barely touch it to the 1-board, press out. Press was quick, so I was like, if I can get that down to a 1,
so you got the speed today, so
I should have no problem taking an opener at 584. I think I was like the last opener.
You were because it was me, then the guy in the unlimited shirt, and then you.
Yeah. So I'm the last opener. I get up there. We know what we're doing. Rob's handing off. Rob's the man for handoffs. He's had plenty of practice doing it with us. We get it out. I had a little shiftiness or as soon as like the sides released, and I was just off balance kind of the whole time getting down, and get down. It's like moving forward on me towards like the bottom. It's kind of like drifting, and I get a touch, so that's perfect. I'm where I need to be, but it's a little off, and then I get a press command, and then I just throw it back over my head, and they got to catch it from me. So threw it back over myself. I couldn't lock it out. They had to take it and put it back in the rack. So another one of those should have had that moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you missed your opener.
I did. I missed my opener. It was a bad spot to be in. I went 2 for 3 on squats with a second attempt, and then I went, I missed my opener bench first round. So I was like, shit, this is not a great spot to be in. Bench is going great, all prep. Now here we are.
That was my favorite line from you when we were done, because you were like, if they had put you and me next to each other, they wouldn't have been able to tell who had the good bench prep and who had the bad bench prep.
Yeah, because we both came out with
just one bench.
We both came out with one bench. I did some adjustments with my shirt. I pulled the shirt was getting bunched up back behind my triceps, so I had Rob pull it back before I laid down on the pad.
Yeah.
Take the same weight. I just retook 584. I knew I got it down before. I'll just do it again and fix it. Like that's the main thing. I just had a lot of all right, well, I screwed up the first time. Let me just fix it this time, sort of deal. Touch, get a press command, push it up, no problem. Lock it out, get my rack, stand up, 3 whites, perfect. I'm in the meat.
We're in the meat.
Yeah, we're in the meat. I have a subtotal right now, and it's also a bench PR by maybe 19 pounds.
And again, I'm already scratched my third, so I'm already eating food and chilling.
Yeah,
I'm big chilling. I'm big chilling always.
So that was we're here. We can put in a bench now. I want to break a 600 bench, so I put in 606 as a planned second. And then like you said before, I'm the last one. The dude in the unlimited shirts before me.
And I'm already out. So
yeah.
Let me tell this
because go ahead.
I was confused. So obviously everyone knows I wear prescription sunglasses most of the time because I don't think I'm just the coolest guy in the gym and that's what I do. Actually, no, I have uveitis, which is an eye condition where the middle layer of your eye swell up according to light sources. You get styes real easy and it looks like someone punched me in both my fucking eye sockets. So my eyes swell up really bad, and once they get really bad, it almost gives you a vertigo effect where you start losing your balance and shit like that. So If you ever wondered why, that is why. It's not just because I'm the guy in glasses now. But I'm down there eating nerds.
I saw you with your rainbow nerds
I'm
box.
eating a box of rainbow nerds. Giggling and smiling with Jess because Jess came and surprised me at the meet. I did not know my wife was coming to watch the meet, and she showed up with Danielle to hang out. So I was very excited to see her. So we're giggling and watching, waiting for Carl to go third. So we're all cheering and videoing him from like the side stage in the front. And I can only see the guy lie down in the unlimited shirt, but like there's a 5-man team, so I only see the feet. For whatever fucking reason, I think it's Carl. Because I'm used to Carl being after me.
Yeah.
So like 30 seconds later, this dude drops this bench and it hits him in the fucking throat. Everyone screams, dude, I thought it was you. You can ask Jess, you can ask anyone. Dude, both arms up, nerds flying fucking everywhere, and I just fucking take off in a sprint towards the fucking back of the ramp. And I go, oh my fucking God, it's Carl. I go, and just fucking straight booking it, plowing over people to get to the back. I run all the way up the platform, out of breath, like, oh my God, Carl. And then you and Rob are just sitting there like,
yeah.
What's up, dude? I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude. I was like, I thought it was you. He goes, nah. I go, oh my God, dude. I was freaking out. I thought it was you.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was you. I'm like, bro, my boy is like dead.
It was scary to see like right in front of me, and especially right before I go take my third, around the same weight. I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
There's a good picture that Danielle got of me and Rob standing up there like right as it happened.
Yeah, very scary. So
he's okay.
He's okay. Very nice guy too. We got to talk to him. I've talked to him on Instagram too since then. So he is fine.
Yep.
But
he's recovering.
Then Carl, what happened?
Okay. I got the bar loaded. 606. Here's my 600 bench. Been working on this forever.
Been going well too.
Been going well. I've been taking 620s, 630s in the gym. Like, all right, let's do this. Come down, get my press. The handoff and like the descent was perfect.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I said the same thing to you. And me and Matt both were like, "Oh, he's got that."
Yeah. I get a press command, and I push. I do my thing. I'm going. About midway through, something that I've never encountered happens. Go figure. My hamstring twists up in me cramps, which I've never dealt with, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that scared me. And then I pull it back over my head, and they have to grab it. And I get up and I'm grabbing my hamstring like, what the hell was that? What's going on back here?
You need the pickle juice,
so,
bro. Pickles.
That happened. No bench. Oh well. I went 1 for 3. I got my opener, but it was still a PR. I'll take it.
So that's funny because we've both. I didn't think about it at the time, but up until that point, we both only completed 3 lifts together.
Yeah.
2 squats and a bench a piece.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're so I'm raising you right, man.
2 peas in a pod.
Now, deadlift, they advertised this as a quick meet. It was not a fucking quick meet.
Oh, we were dragging ass.
We were dragging ass, dude. It was very late. It was a long meet. And then, of course, the weather cooperated. Like I said, it was breezy, but, like, everyone started getting sunburn. We were lathering up. We all had hats on and shit, but, like, the sun was starting to take it out of everyone, and I was definitely slowing down. Warm-ups for deadlift, surprisingly, though, felt really good for me. I always get a little worried, and one of my key lines I say to Carl, I say to every client is, it's not about what you want that day, it's about what you have. Yep. So, like, I always modify deadlifts that day because you need to lock in a total, and if your opener's too high and you're feeling that sluggish, like, it's not a risk worth taking, right. So you need to go down. This is one of the very fucking few meets that I did not go with that logic.
Yeah, there's plenty of times during this whole prep and meet day where I was like, you broke your rules.
Yeah, so I was a rule breaker this prep. So I actually kept telling Rob, I said, okay, I need a 2K on the dot. That'll give me an over 550 gloss and some change. At 196 or 197 with a 2K dots, it would, or a 2K total, it would give me like a 556, 557 gloss. Right. So that's what we needed for me for an APO or for WPO qualifier. So I was like, dude, I think I'm just going to raise my opener and not risk a hand tear or going for a second. I think I'm just going to bump it to 683. So I waited till like the last fucking second. I think I took 625 in the warm-up room. Yeah. And then instead of going 661, which was my original opener, which was between the 650 and the 672 I'd been taking all prep, I said, fuck it, and we went up another 10. and I went to 683. So that way my total would be 843.
843. Yep.
474. And then 683, which would give me 2K.7.
Yeah, right on the money.
Right on the fucking money. So I go up there. It was a little heavier than I anticipated, which I actually knew, like, going into that. I was like, okay, this is a little heavier. Like, it's going to feel a little heavier, and it was a little heavier. I can always tell. There's two giveaway signs because I consider myself a pretty good deadlifter. Yeah. Two tell signs my CNS is going in. It's been a long day for me. Is number one, my grip fails, which thank God since I've lost weight, that external rotation problem hasn't been happening. So I haven't had grip issues. And grip issues didn't happen that day either. I was good. I didn't rip a hands. I didn't do anything. I was fine. I could have held onto the bar. But my low back starts to give out, so I get more forward than I usually do. So I'll scoop less in with my suit in the hips, and my hips will raise further quicker, so that way I'm forced to use my back for more of the lock. That definitely happened on 83 because I started not struggling to lock it out, but I could tell, like, I didn't have my normal, like, snap through like I normally do.
That's why you got that turtle shell to back it up.
Yeah. That's why I got the turtle shell to back it up. So I had to put the turtle shell to work, and she did. Locked it out. Really clean hold at the top and got it down. So I got my 2K. So everything after that for me, I was all smiles because it was just like...
Your bonus points.
It was bonus points.
Whatever happens, happens.
So I put in for 705 for my second attempt. I went to pull it. I got about halfway through. I was even more smoked out and forward than the first one. And my grip was good, but I knew if I kept fighting it, it was asking for an injury.
Yeah.
Because of the forward position I'm in, I usually know where if I continue to pull, I know it's still going to end in, I'll be locked, but it'll be forward shoulders. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dude, I'm going to risk getting hurt to get a lift that's not going to count anyway.
Right, yeah.
So I got it, and it moved pretty decent up to the part where it started to stick, and I was forced with my hips out. So I put it back down, waved, smiled. I was in a good mood, and I shook everybody's hand. And then after the meet was over, I came back on stage and shook all the judges and Wayne's hand and stuff. But I was super happy. 2K at 196.9 for a 557 gloss to qualify me for the WPO. So hopefully I will get my WPO invite. I know there was already some talk about it from Wayne and some of the other guys because they are sending out invitations still right now. But that's my game plan moving forward right now for a prospective meet for me is me and Carl are kind of waiting to see if that's going to be we're going because I told him I wouldn't do WPO without him, but he has insisted that if I worked and got the invite that he would go handle me, and I was going.
For sure. I'm not going to let it not happen.
Yeah, so I am going whether I like it or not.
I guess deadlifts for me were uneventful but also eventful at the same time because I don't know if you know this. I've never failed a deadlift at a meet.
No, and Carl's also hates deadlifts the most and has the shittiest, hardest ones probably in prep.
Yeah.
And then always do exceptionally well at the end of the day.
Yeah. So I opened very conservative at 540. It's around like a usual opener for me, but pulls were going really well, so I didn't even try to bump it up still. I just kept it where it was. 540 got me PR total. That was like a 1970-something total. So anything after that I was happy with, but it's not what I came there for. Put in for... I talked to you about this before I went up, and I was like, all right, this number, this all equals 2K. So I secured my first 2K.
Yeah, our rule was you are taking exactly what you need for 2K and not a nut hair more.
Right, so I put in 573 for that, which altogether gave me 2K. I go up there, I get, go up, pull it. It was very easy. The first opener is actually a little bit far forward. On my toes.
I was forward. Now, we talked about that, too.
Yeah.
Matt said, too, we thought it was the stage.
Yeah.
Because, like, the stage was kind of, like,
maybe
at an angle a little bit. I don't know.
Either way, I was on my toes.
But we noticed it from almost everyone. Yeah. Everyone was a little more forward than usual.
Yeah, so easy fix, though. I mean, like, on my second, I pulled it no problem. Didn't feel forward.
Right.
And I turned around, flashed the 2 over to Travis. I was like, there's my 2. Like,
we were hyped.
That's the big one. And then after that, he pulled his 7, drops the 7. And then me and Rob kind of, like, looked at each other and looked over at you. We're like, oh, shit. I have a chance to out total you right now.
Yeah, because I shook hands and they knew I was all smiles and big chilling again. I was done.
Geez, here it is.
Yeah, this is your shot, big dog.
I put in 6 because I was like, I've handled 6 twice in prep. I haven't pulled 6 since February of 2025, so I don't even. I hope it's it's there, but it's never guaranteed. I've never been a great puller, so I didn't think 6 would honestly be a good shot or not. And at that point, I was like, oh, I have to pull 6 again, and also this also rides on me out totaling you. So I mean, I'd love to match a total with you, but that's kind of lame compared to like.
It is.
Yeah. Who wants to match a total with
Especially
somebody?
with me being lighter than you, that would have been.
Yeah, kind of like you would have
frosting on the shit.
You would have dragged me for a long time.
I'm still dragging you.
So I was like, damn it! All right, here's 6 to try and beat him.
It wasn't astronomical. It was one more pull than I had.
I know.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't like.
But I get no other opportunities. Like it's this or I don't.
You had the shot.
And they call 6. I'm getting myself hyped for it. I go up, and it felt like there was nothing on the bar.
Yeah, your adrenaline was going, and like all of us were screaming at you. I'm already crying because I'm a little bitch, and there's videos of me behind you screaming and yelling and shit.
It felt like nothing, dude. I get it off the floor. Like I said to you, like there's some like you pull and it's like this is gonna be tough, or I'm already stood up with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was one of them. I got the slack out of the bar, wedged in, and it just like levitated up into the lockout position. I was like, okay, cool.
It was a good
Stood
pull.
there for like an extra.
It's
like,
probably your best 6 ever at a meet.
Yeah, totally.
Regardless, yeah, because even if you pulled it before in a meet, that was the smoothest and nicest you've pulled it for sure.
I probably cut the time in half. It took me like 10-second pull the first time.
Very sure.
5-second pull this time.
Correct, 100%.
And I held it for like an extra couple seconds at the top because I was like, all right, it's done. I got it. That was awesome. Yeah. I'm super proud.
It was clean.
Set it down, shook the hands. Wayne asked me like what the total was, and I was fumbling over
my words. It's good for me.
And that was it. That was the meet. So I ended with a 20-28 at 216. Not the gloss qualifier, but that was kind of like a shot.
What was yours? 538, 539?
539 at
216. It's close.
Yeah.
Which, explaining that to people, like, that sounds like, oh man, he was right there, but actually, like,
I needed 2 other attempts to actually get my qualifier.
Yeah, you needed quite a bit.
Yeah, so it was.
And it wasn't light attempts either. They were like.
Yeah.
They were like legit attempts. Like,
I would have had to taken a third squat heavier, and I would have had to have gotten the 606 bench.
Yeah. You needed like a perfect day. And even with a perfect day, it would have been hard.
And I knew that going in.
Yeah.
So, like, as soon as the second squat was like my go-ahead, like, that's the only one I got, I was kind of like, all right, let me just put together a total to try and beat him.
Well, we've done Wilkes, we've done Dots, and now we're doing Glossbrenner. But, like, a good way to explain this to people is, obviously this isn't perfection or anything, but the best way for me to think about it is a little bit under 10 times body weight total will get you towards like a 550, because I hit a little bit above a 10 times body weight, and it spared me like 6 or 7 extra points above the 550 qualifier.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Right. So like you basically need a 10 times body weight.
Yeah.
If you're lighter.
Now when you get to like the heavier classes,
it does favor heavier classes. You're like 260, 275.
I think it varies up there.
It does.
But
if you're small fries like us, it's pretty close to that.
Yeah. I think it's so funny. Like, you think 220. You tell a regular person I'm 220, they're like, oh, you're big. But, like, 220 is still, like, the smaller guys in power.
Yeah. So, like, I now qualify to go on Saturdays instead of Sundays.
Exactly.
The little boys.
And, I mean, the rest of the team showed out, too. Like, I was going to say, Rachel
Yeah,
had a great day.
Go. Give Rachel her flowers, man.
She had her first 400 squat in a meet ever. She squatted 402. And then she pulled another 400-pound deadlift. So
that was my big goal for her as a coach.
Yeah.
I wanted to see her pull and squat 4 in the same meet.
2 4s in the same meet. It was incredible. She had a deadlift PR and a squat PR. She's always had issues with her left shoulder for the past like 3 years. So she got her opener bench at like 193 and then jumped to 215, which was a ballsy jump.
It was, but that was still high enough to get us a PR total on her second pull.
Yeah, exactly.
And then another higher PR total on her third pull, which she completed successfully.
Exactly. So she missed the second bench because she was gunning for a bench PR, but the shoulder said no.
Yeah.
Made up for it with deadlifts though. It was a crazy third pull.
Yeah, that had a total, a dead, and a squat PR.
Yeah,
man. So that was pretty.
3 out of the 4 was pretty
very
damn good.
Meet for her. Very good meet for her.
And Bo got through his first equip meet,
Bo did great, man. But he a little overzealous on the squat.
Mr. Almost 14.
And
we love him for it. And we love him for it.
14.
13.99, 14 and a half.
So we had a really good showing for the team. I was very proud of the team. It was very nice. And then not only just the team competing, but like our team that came with us and helped other people warm up. We're in the warm-up room, like obviously like representing the Bear Cave how I always want it represented outside of these four walls.
Yeah, I even told Chad, I was like, man, this is gonna be one I remember. Like, this was a very fun meet. Like,
yeah, I would, even though I bitched at
but it
Carl
was
the
good.
whole time for picking an outside meet in multiply. Maybe next year I'll do it again with you, but I'll do single ply.
We got to get some more people in multiply out there next year.
Yeah.
I want to have some more multiply people,
Yeah.
and so does Chad. He was asking me. I was like, all right, I'll do my best.
Yeah.
So if you're listening and you're in multiply, or if you're not and you want to get into it, do that meet with us. That was a fun one.
Well, we had a lot of other stuff to talk about for Qs and nationals and stuff, but honestly, since the Qs and stuff fit in with like our nationals recap for like coaching and stuff, and we can talk about some of the stuff from this meet as far as like Qs and coaching, I think we should save that for next week.
Dude, hold it. Yeah, we
All
got
right,
it.
Hold it. Keep you on the edge of your seat, up on them toes. We be holding info.
So that was our recap.
Man.
It was a great time.
It was a great time. I really enjoyed that meet, and especially with our first experience for APO. Again, it was super awesome. I've known Chad for a while. It was very nice, and he was very hospitable towards us. And, of course, it was always great seeing, meeting and hanging out with Anthony for the first time in person. And then, of course, meeting Wayne, the president of the APO. He was a very nice guy.
Yeah.
So
that's a wrap, then.
That's a wrap, man. So, like I said, we're currently looking for another meet. I've picked out another one just in case. We don't have one that's a little more local for us. That's not a bad drive.
That's not bad.
We're keep that under locks, though, so you don't know where we're going. Hopefully by next week we'll know. I actually talked to WPO today.
Oh, cool.
So they are finalizing the last ones they're sending out right now. So hopefully by next podcast we'll know if I'm making moves or not.
Oh, I'm excited now.
I am not excited to get back in the Super Cat. I have decided, because Anthony, the first thing he told me was you need a more supportive shirt considering your bad elbow and bad, not bad, missing chest, which the Super Katana fits. And honestly, like, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and spend like 3 months in it, like just breaking it the fuck in, just going to town and stretching it like every fucking day and shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to see you like chewing on sheet metal. You'd be so mad.
Bro, yeah, that is a gangster fucking shirt. So I think that's what we're doing. And I'm also staying 198.
Cool.
So
you heard it.
You heard it. Back to victim weight over here. Little boys do it better. I don't know. That should not be the hashtag. That's
Don't say that.
That little boys do it better. That's weird.
Pause.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in for this week. We will be back next weekend with a new episode with Love and Grumpy Paws. We be out.